Greetings, automotive enthusiasts. Today we have for you a 1989 Jaguar XJS V12 convertible. Let's go do a quick little walk around. I'm going to kind of walk around the car a little bit and show you with the top up, just kind of a quick walk around, and then I'll do the review of the car, rest of the view of the car with the top down, so we can kind of get, it's kind of the prettiest way to look at the car. But we'll just kind of just do a quick walk around with the top up so you can kind of see how that looks. This is a two-owner car. The first owner had this car all the way up to about 2012. It did about 43,000 miles. And then the second owner had it from then, and it's got now about 51,000 miles. We bought this car last spring. This car's kind of been in our personal collection. It's been on our website, but we haven't made a lot of effort to market it because it was one that we kind of really liked and wanted to kind of hold on to and drive and enjoy. We've driven this car quite a bit, taken it out of town on trips, and just thoroughly enjoyed the car. It's like I said, it's a clean title, 51,000 miles. Let's go ahead and we'll pop the top and continue the overview. All right, we dropped the top and put the little parade boot cover on, and now look how pretty this thing looks. So gorgeous, such a long, just a streamlined, kind of derived, from the XKE. It definitely was a big departure body-wise, but you can still see the lineage, just a long, low-slung, slender belt line looking roadster, and just absolutely, I just think they're gorgeous. I actually like the 89 also with the round headlights. They changed, I think in 90, they went composite, I don't know. At the time, it was kind of the new thing and the new look and everybody liked it. But now as we go backwards, it doesn't really fit the car, It just doesn't really have the styling and the character of what the car started out to be. To me, the 4 square headlights or round headlights with the chrome doors just looks fantastic. This thing's powered by a 5.3 liter V12 engine, 276 horsepower, 297 foot-pounds of torque. The car weighs about 3,800 pounds, so it's no lightweight. Definitely a touring car, but with almost 300 foot-pounds of torque, it definitely gets up and moves. 0 to 60 was somewhere around 8 seconds, so definitely adequate acceleration. The car will top out about 150 miles an hour, so not that you'd ever really have any desire to take this car to that speed, but it will run down the road. 3-speed automatic, it's pretty tall final drive, so it goes down the highway without spending too many RPMs. Really runs nice. Well, let's zoom in here and take a look at any flaws or imperfections here. All right, we're gonna start off here with the headlights. And I just noticed tonight when I was cleaning the car that bulb right there has a crack in it, so didn't notice that before, but that's just a standard, halogen sealed beam headlight bulb, so nothing critical there. Looking across the top of the chrome, I'll just go ahead and give you a little bird's eye view across the top. Beautiful condition, the chrome. No, just needs a little bit of polishing, no deep scratches or flaws on the chrome, and even the little filler pieces are super nice. Right headlight assembly here. Chrome headlight door looks to be in really nice shape. I don't see any flaws. Little paint chip there on the front of the hood. The grille, very nice, and you'll see a few little paint chips along 51,000 miles, so it's going to have a few little flaws, but overall this thing is excellent. Here's the fog lights. We do have a little ding right here in that little valance panel. The little spoiler looks nice and in good shape. A little water running down there from when I washed it. Car's been in storage, so it's like, today is like literally the coldest day of the year so far. It was like 4 degrees and like 15 wind chill. And what a day to bring out a convertible car. Looking at the bumper here, looks very, very nice. These bumpers usually got nicked up. But So interesting thing is I had a couple customers actually call this week and want to potentially come and view the car and purchase the car. So we had to bring it out of storage. I kind of was going to bring this car out in the springtime and kind of recon it and, you know, kind of do all of my fun stuff with it. The car, you know, I bought the car, you know, like I said, it's just been a driver. So I've really just washed the car and vacuumed it and just driven the car. So didn't really do a lot of recon because I wasn't, you know, I was just kind of driving it. So, but now that we got it, now that we got it out, so I'm kind of doing this video a little premature, but hey, you get to see the car as it is, and it may disappear. So wanted to kind of get it out there and show everybody. So looking across the hood here, so you'll see there's some hard water spots, some little swirling and some scratches and some, looks like maybe somebody had some tape on there or something. I'm not quite sure what that is. But what this car really needs is a 3-stage paint correction and a ceramic coating. This paint is in excellent condition. It just needs, you know, some refreshing, and it kind of needs some love. But I mean, it looks great the way it is. I'm being critical of the car. I mean, it's a 1989 car. But what you want to do though with this red is, you know, you do want to do that on these cars with original nice paint. You know, you want to get that paint correction done, but then that ceramic coating will protect that paint and lock that finish in. A car like this, if you just buff it and wax it, you know, after a few months, you know, it'll just kind of start to fade out again. And if you keep doing that, well, the paint will keep getting thinner and thinner. So by doing that ceramic coating, Van Gogh does a lot of, here in Wichita, does a lot of my ceramic coatings, and man, it just preserves the car, makes it easier to clean, and just makes it such a beauty. I'm really kind of torn on this car. I really was excited to see the car brought out to its, you know, top level. And I think it's probably going to end up going away before that happens. So I hope the next owner takes my advice here and takes the car to the level that it definitely deserves to be. So we'll keep walking around here. You can kind of see the hood. There's no dents or no dings in the hood. This car is just super straight, super solid. No rust on the car. We'll kind of keep going here. Let's go ahead. Look at the marker light. Very good condition. You know, it's a very original car. Looking at the wheels here, I just kind of did a quick wash on this car, so didn't get my wheel cleaner and brushes out and get inside the spokes or anything, so they're a little bit dirty, but like I said, I just wanted to bring you the car. Didn't want the car to get away without sharing it with all of you wonderful people. Looking down the side of the car, it is clean. There's a little bit of waviness right there into the door handle. You can kind of see when I go back and forth there a little bit. I don't know, I don't think it's really any damage or anything. I just think that's kind of the way the car is. It has a really cool body color coded molding. I think that was kind of like a dealer install, but I really like the way they did it red to match the car though, because black would just kind of stand out. So I really like what they did there. Let's kind of take a peek along the rockers here so you can kind of see underneath the car. Again, this car is in excellent condition. This car came from an estate. It was a lady actually out of New York of all places who had this car for most all of its life. And it came out of a kind of a wealthy estate. And you can tell that this car was really, just looking at the car, and especially when you show the interior and everything, you just can tell this car was really well preserved and well loved. Got a little paint chip right there, a little bitty nick. Looking at the rear wheel, there are some places where there were some wheel weights. Need a little bit of adhesive remover to clean that up, but overall the wheels are in excellent shape. We do have a tire on here. We've got excellent tread on the tire. See if I can find a date code. I think we might have maybe an 18 tire, so not terribly old on the tires. They should still be serviceable. It drives really nice. Again, I love these tires with some sidewall to them, you know. It just really works along with the chassis of the car. Just an outstanding ride on this car. Looking across here on this little molding, there's a little teeny wave in the molding right there. Again, that's being pretty picky, but just wanting to show everything. Oh, kind of hard to see. All right, looking at the panels, and a lot of these panels, like you'll see, I mean, they are just absolutely rusted through. This thing is excellent. Even the exhaust, and there's some water from washing it. That's what you're seeing, the wetness there from washing it. But look at the exhaust. It's even really, really nice. Coming across the back here. Got the single fill here. The sedans actually have a dual fill and 2 tanks and a crossover, but this one here has a tank that mounts up in the back firewall area of the trunk. So it just got the single tank, and which is a good thing because those twin tanks, and they mounted one in each quarter panel, and a lot of trouble. Tanks rusted, leaked, crossovers, you know, fuel switching always ended up not working and everything, and a little bit more maintenance on the sedans. Again, it's pretty consistent across this car. Just a light, you know, spider scratches, you know, just that light scratching. And this car, man, this car would really, really come out absolutely beautiful. Love the little interior color keyed, painted on side stripe. Looks really, really nice. There's our third brake light. Kind of a ugly mandated thing, but they did a good job of integrating it, and it's in excellent condition. Let's go ahead and look at the bumper some more here. Okay, let's look at the impact first. Very, very nice. Man, these always got nicks and gouges, and I mean, that's kind of just to be expected. But, boy, I mean, I hate to call it perfect, but my goodness, that is in really, really good shape. Looking across the taillights, don't see any cracks or any flaws or any imperfections in the taillights. Very, very nice. XJS. Looking at the Jaguar across the back. V12. Here is our right taillight. Very nice. Let's look across the chrome on the top. Again, the chrome is, man, this whole car is just really in fantastic condition. Got our power antenna that works. The little rubber grommet is dried and cracked, and so that really should be replaced so you don't get any water in the trunk lid there, in the trunk area. There's the tail light there. Looking at the extension on the right side. Again, man, am I gonna miss this car. This is the nicest XJS I have ever had. Look underneath of that. Just fantastic. Let's go ahead and pop the trunk while we're back here. Trunk struts are good. Got the full spare. There's our tools over there. Look at our spare here real quick. Looks like the spare's never even been on the ground. We put a brand new interstate battery in it, so as it was sitting, the battery was a little bit weak, so we decided to go ahead and put a brand new one in it. We got it's weird, we got two boot covers here. Here's a little vinyl one, you know, a little vinyl convertible parade boot cover, and then here is, I'm not sure what this is, to be honest with you. A little bag to store something. Oh, this bag stores this cover. Duh. There's the rear license plate tag, the Jaguar emblem there. So showing you the back. All of our body VIN tags are intact. This car does show, back when it was almost new, it does show a minor accident. Back early, you know, way back in the Carfax days, really didn't give much detail. But looking at the car, I think they just repainted the left fender. I don't think that the car doesn't show any crash damage. It just shows the accident reported minor. Look at the right rear wheel. Again, very, very good condition. Looking down the right side of the car. I mean, this car is such a solid car. And it absolutely drives wonderful. Drives like a new car. Give you a peek underneath. Just absolutely amazing condition. Looking at the right doors. Got a little paint chip right here, which would be easy to touch up. And the right marker, right bumper end, and the right front wheel. All right, let's go pop the hood and take a peek underneath. Got the reverse opening hood here. I think I can just reach in. All right, we got the hood open here. Let's take a look underneath. Looks like the hood struts are doing their job there. A little bit weak, but that's holding the hood up. Everything's just nice and bone stock under here. Looks like somebody did put in a manual oil pressure gauge. Actually, that reminds me, I believe the oil pressure gauge on the dash is in-op, and so it looks like they put in an actual manual gauge there. So I remember that driving it now, that I think that gauge is not working in the dash. Looking across here, oh boy, lots of hoses and pipes. Nice there, the cruise control bellows is nice. Everything's working good there. Everything's really, really nice. Presents fantastic underneath the hood here. Just, you know, looks nice and stock and original. Let's go around to the other side. There's our ABS accumulator. Just nice and bone stock under here. Everything looks really nice under here too. All the belts and the fan blade looks nice. Car runs absolutely perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and just go ahead and fire it up here. We got the hood open. Let you take a listen to it with the hood open. Go ahead and let you hear it fire up. Fires right up. I'm gonna go ahead and close the door so we're gonna listen to that buzzer. So there's our gauges there. Like I said, the oil pressure gauge is in-op, 51,734 miles. There it is, just purring like a kitten, pun intended. Perfectly clean out of the tailpipes. Reach in and shut her down there, and I will give you a tour of the interior. Go ahead and set the hood down here. And the hood is just a little lever right here. Just pull it back and lock it down, and that's it. All right, let's take a look here at the interior of the car. All right, I'm gonna take a peek at the door panel here. Let's zoom in on the wood here. It's in good condition here on the driver's door. Don't really see any cracks. Looks pretty nice. There's your dual mirror switches. They look like manual, but they're actually power, which is kind of funny. There's your door handle and locks. Speakers, the leather. Look at the condition of the armrest. Looks like there's a little bitty scratch right there. But overall, that door panel is nearly flawless. Coming along here, let's look at the rockers. Always like to show the rockers, and you kind of see just the condition of the paint wear and all that stuff. Take a look at the seat here. The seat is in excellent condition. And it's still nice and soft, very supple. And the bolster's really nice. And this one does have the heated seats too, and power. Looking down here in the floorboard, you can see from that brake pedal, you know, appropriate wear. So we've got a Jaguar mat over the factory Jaguar carpet, and the piping has come loose on the carpet here a little bit. The stitches have broken, so the piping has kind of come loose on the factory carpet. So they sell all the carpets and stuff. I mean, you don't really notice it, so especially with that other floor mat on top, but you could get new carpets if you wanted to make the car perfect. Here's our sun visors, in very nice shape. Let's go ahead and slide in here. Okay, and here's our instrument panel. I showed you that while it was running. The trip computer does work, all the lights, climate control works. Got an Alpine stereo in it with Bluetooth, which is kind of nice, so you can stream your music. Let's go across the dashboard here. There are, you know, with the temperature coming out of the vents and the condensation, so you do find some issues of cracking and delamination on the wood around the AC vents. Glove box looks pretty nice, a little bit on the edges there. And then again, you know, you find more around the vent areas. I'll go show you this other one over here too. There's the little hands-free speaker for your hands-free for your phone. Dash is in immaculate condition. Don't see any issues with the dash. Visors are really nice. Kind of showed you those. Now here's what I want to show you. It's kind of funny. The center console, you know, this is a place where, you know, center consoles always get the worst abuse as far as wear and tear on, you know, on being used. And so this one here, I didn't even notice it when I first bought the car, but they actually took a vinyl laminate and laid over top of it. It's not right, but, you know, so I would maybe look for a used piece of the center console wood or have it redone or something. But it's kind of funny. I mean, it's if there was a cheesy thing about the car, that would be it's one cheesy moment. But honestly, it doesn't really look that bad. It just kind of cracks me up, though. I'd have never thought to do that. That's why I'm laughing. There's all your climate controls. Look in the glove box here. Got our owner's manual. Nice and clean inside there. Factory manual. Again, same thing on the passenger side. Carpet's in good shape. The piping is broken free, so you could either have it repiped or replace the carpets. But they look really nice, and I like that. Whatever that aftermarket or whatever that mat is that they got to go over the top looks really nice. Here's our switches here on the passenger side. Also, here's our dual ashtrays. You can kind of see both of those. The British, you know, definitely were, you know, had to have their smoking accommodations. Here's our cruise control switch right here. And here's our power roof button. You got to pull the handbrake and then operate the roof, and it has power and it functions perfectly. And then here's your left and right window switch. I like the little T handle. I love this little, it's just kind of a cute little, something just from, you know, it's kind of vintage. It's got such a vintage cool feel to it. On that here, let's take a look at our steering wheel. Excellent steering wheel, absolutely fantastic condition. I don't see any flaws on the wheel. The cat is nice on it. Very, very good. Here's something really cool. I got to show you this. You know, this actually is a telescoping steering wheel. So here's a locking collar, and then you pull in and push out on the wheel. Look at that. Is that the craziest thing you've ever seen? And then turn the collar to lock it. I think I went the wrong way. No, there we go. So it has a doesn't tilt or anything, but it does telescope. Here is our switches here for our headlights. Ignition switch, defrost, hazard switch, dome lights. All your typical stuff here. Let me jump out and we'll slide around and check out that passenger side. Yeah, just listen to the way that door closes, really nice. Sliding in on the passenger side. And I will show you here while we're doing this, the Parade boot cover. And you saw the top in the beginning. The top is in excellent condition. I mean, nearly flawless. The boot cover is also nearly perfect. About the only really flaw is you'll see the headliner is a little bit discolored, and then there's some wear and some discoloration there. The nice thing about this headliner is it's very easily replaced. You see how it has tabs right there, and so it's actually, and I don't even think they're very expensive. So one of my intentions was to probably replace the headliner. I don't know, you don't really notice it much, but that was just something that shows some age. The rest of the car is so nice that I just thought it would be a nice thing to finish it out. Here's a neat little coverage storage here. And I love the bar, the chrome bar, but look at this here. Really nice, big lockable, and it's lockable too, storage space. So very, very cool. I love the bar. And it's cool because you can put your bags here and it kind of keeps it from sliding forward. So let's look at the passenger door panel. The wood is nice. Just a little bit of flaws around the very edge. A little scratch or something there. Scratch, and then right around the edges, but overall very nice. Door panel and armrest, excellent condition. The chrome and the carpet, like I said, I just took this out of storage, did a quick wash on it, didn't even vacuum it, just did a quick wash and wipe, and so I really haven't detailed it or polished the chrome or anything like that. So you're really seeing the car kind of in a pretty natural state here. Not like a perfectly detailed condition. Here is the passenger seat. All right, and we'll go ahead next off and we'll jump in the car. The funny thing is I actually did the car video first because it was daylight, and then I was gonna lose daylight by the time I got it cleaned up in the video, and I didn't wanna get the car. I got somebody coming in the morning to look at the car, so I didn't want to get the car out again and get it dirty. The streets are a little dusty and a little messy from some weather that we've had. Oh, here's the center console. Wow. I mean, those are always cracked up and discolored and everything, but that thing is really nice. Looking inside there. Wow. And then here's the dash here from the passenger side, looking across. Well, that's our interior tour. Next up, we're gonna go and take it for a spin and see how it drives. All right, we're cruising along in the Jag. Little bit chilly here right now. Weather kind of dropped on us, so normally I like to put the top down, but I think in this circumstance, I think that it might be best to keep the top up. But yeah, the thing just drives so smooth. I mean, everything's good. The brakes and the suspension's tight, no rattles. Just such a fantastic driving car. It's got the aftermarket radio in it. All of the lights work. All the display for your little trip computer and everything. It's nice. This car has the heated seats too, which is a nice option. A good option for today. But yeah, it just drives really nice here. We'll get away from the stoplight here and see how it rolls out. 51,731 miles. It's I just love these old cars. They really just don't, I know it sounds cliche or whatever, but it's pretty old technology underneath this car, going back from the probably into the 60s, but it's kind of tried and true and works nice. That V12's so smooth. Yeah, that's fantastic. Just such a smooth, even flat torque curve. Just drives out really, really nice. I love these cars, like I said, just the way they have a different ride quality. You know, and all these Jags, from the XJ6 and these XJSs and everything, you know, kind of from this vintage until, you know, they kind of redesigned it with the XJ8, you know, and then the modern XJs in like 90, what is it? They come out like 98 or 99. But, you know, and that's when, you know, really everything changed. But, you know, for the longest time, you know, these cars were kind of, you know, they still are undervalued. You know, they're just, you really get such a wonderful driving experience. You know, this is, I would kind of call this, you know, I love my land yachts and stuff, and so this is kind of a convertible version of a land yacht. It just has such an incredible feel. You know, when you go over the bumps, you know, you got some tires that have compliance to it. You know, you got a 15-inch wheel, you know, with a nice size, you know, tire with some sidewall, and it just makes it, you know, it just really gives you that really cozy ride. I've taken this car out of town on trips, me and the wife, when we picked it up last summer, and you know, we really enjoyed driving it, and it was just a lot of fun. This video, like I said, it's a little bit, we were kind of planning on bringing this thing out in the springtime, you know, and kind of getting it ready, but we've got several inquiries on the car that want to come and look at, potentially purchase the car. So, you know, a little bit rushed on the video as far as, you know, some things that we wanted to do on the car, but still though, you know, I'd get in this car and go anywhere. It's just a wonderful car. I think, let's see. Oh, actually, I think the actual speed control even works on this car. My old XJ6 didn't, but cruise control works on it. Yeah, just I'm trying to. I think I'm going too low of a speed to set the cruise, but yeah, just hitting these big old bumps on Broadway, and it just doesn't care. Man, I tell you, this car's been in our personal collection. It, you know, we had it on the website listed, but, you know, really didn't have a lot of description, didn't have a lot of videos. I guess it was listed, but you know, there wasn't a lot of effort in marketing the car, because it was one that, like I said, we kind of really wanted to kind of just hang on to. Got a little ambulance here, so pulled it aside. But yeah, like I said, it was one that we kind of want to hold on to, but we did get a few other cars in here recently, and just as things go, you know, you can't keep them all. So, you know, sometimes you bring some cars in, it's like, well, I guess to bring one in and enjoy the next car, sometimes you gotta let go of one that you had there. So I hope you enjoyed this video walk around and ride along. So just not really, you know, a lot to pick on this car. I mean, it's in really good shape. So I appreciate you watching along. Like and subscribe and hit that notifications button. That way, you know, get new cars in, and you'll be the first to get notified, because you never know when we might find your next dream car. Have a great day and happy motoring.